Warning! The following podcast includes spicy content. This level of heat may not be intended for all audiences. No, but seriously, it's hot. Like, spicy. I mean, we might chew food for like 10 seconds, but we don't really swear. And it's not actually dirty. We just talk about hot chicken. So if you like it XXX hot, welcome to the Hot Chicks Podcast. Hello, friends and folks, and welcome back to another episode of the Hot Chicks Podcast, a spicy pilgrimage to Nashville's fried chicken phenomenon. I'm Alex Tinker, and I'm joined this week again with my co-host, the one, the only, the incomparable Mr. Gregory Gillespie. Greg, how you doing today?
I am incomparable.
You are. But I'll tell you that this much. The incomparable Mr. Gregory Gillespie, I am very thankful for you. And also, thank you for going on this journey again with us.
Thankful for you too.
Like, I don't say that enough on here. I don't say it any time at all, actually. So I figure I might as well at least have the illusion that I'm very thankful for. I'm joking. I very much am thankful for you.
He actually says it several times a day.
Too much. Hey, real quick, where'd we go today?
We went to Nashville Hot Chicken and Gyro in Hendersonville.
Or Eero or Hero or however you want to say it.
Apparently pronunciation is regional. So they're all right, apparently, or they're all wrong, depending on how you look at it. And I guess we have the question going into this is this a hot chicken place or is this a gyro place?
That's okay. So let's take it back a little bit on the history of this. I think is a good place to start. And then let's just dive right in. So Gregory, you actually have, it looks like 3 months ago, the interior was kind of renovated. And it now resembles, it's all black with neon red and everything of the sort. I loved actually the interior design. I thought it's
well designed.
It was very well designed. Pretty good sized menu, so difficult to maintain. But Gregory, you want to tell me about what it used to be and what we know?
It used to be called the Pita Pocket.
Pita Pocket.
Yeah, not Pit.
And this is in Hendersonville, so this is about 20-ish, maybe 30-ish minutes, depending on the traffic, outside of the city, northeast. And if you go on 65, you'll get off on Vietnam Veterans Boulevard. That'll take you right into Hendersonville, past Rivergate and all that, past Madison. And you'll make your way out into Henderson.
And it's just less than 5 minutes down the road from BJ,
which we were at the last episode. Absolutely. And to be honest,
it's a direct competition.
It is in direct competition. And one thing we didn't really talk about was the to-go ordering from BJ Hot Chicken. This place does a lot of to-go ordering just from what we saw while sitting there waiting for our food to come out.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to talk about this because much like Hot Stuff was south of town, I have a very good feeling that this is one of those locations that DoorDashers or what have you go to very often. And I'm excited to talk about this because it actually was surprising for both of us.
Yeah. Open late, open till midnight. You want to give them the hours real quick?
Yeah, absolutely. So this location, as we said, main drag, right in Hendersonville as you're coming up into the city on, I guess that would be Gallatin Road. That's 31E. Oh no, at that point in time, it's Johnny Cash Parkway. I apologize.
That's right. We said Gallatin.
I said Gallatin Road or Nashville.
Johnny Cash. Yeah. How did I forget that?
So this is actually located at 620 West Main Street, Hendersonville, 37075. And the hours, to give an idea, this is one of my favorite attributes to this is 10 a.m. to midnight. Every day of the week. 10 a.m. to midnight, except for some holidays. I believe they're closed. But
so if you want to go from Nashville Hot Chicken and Gyro to BJ, all you got to do is just walk down the line.
I mean, quite literally, it's same road, same street. and you just have to make sure that you get
Walk the line.
walk the line. Well, and after you eat both of those, you definitely will have a ring of fire. So here's
oh man, we are slapping today. Okay, so let's just first talk about. So yeah, it was the Pita Pocket, and which I didn't have the greatest experience there. It was one of those places that kind of closed whenever they wanted, and you kind of had to guess as a consumer, which I think is a terrible experience and just really grinds my gears. But that aside, it's a new place, new ownership, not even the same folks. Still Middle Eastern.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure where they are from, but to put it lightly, they're from Tennessee now, so that's all I'm really worried about.
Right. But you could tell. I mean, like the guy we were ordering with, there was definitely a language barrier, and so with some of the questions and stuff we asked.
I will say though, I think one of my favorite parts about it was that we can get kind of nerdy in the paint.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that there almost was a little bit of a language barrier, because he told it very straightforward. Yeah. There was no frills, and I loved that about it, because he would look and he would be like, "You like this?" And I'm not doing any accent because I don't want to be any form of insensitive, but he would say very short sentences, and then he would come out. He'd be like, "Who ordered the dirty fries?" And I got those, and he goes, "Do you want cheese?" Because Gregory doesn't eat cheese. And I said, "No, can I get it on the side, please?" Very short, sweet, to the point. Yeah. I appreciated that so very much.
Yeah. So let's just start off talking about massive menu.
Massive menu. Can I give my backstory real quickly?
Yeah.
So I played a show in Nashville about a month ago. And I was playing at the Commodore Grill, and that's right across from Centennial Park in the basement or in the first floor of the Holiday Inn that's right by Vanderbilt Stadium. I was playing a show there, a writer's round. It was great. I got out late. I was driving back home. I'm starving, and I don't want Wendy's or Sonic or something that's a fast food. I wanted something that was a little bit more of substance. This place popped up, and I was like, no way. This is open till midnight. That's wild. And then I remembered we almost went here the night that we went to Party Foul.
We haven't been to Party Foul. Foul play.
Foul play. Sorry. Oh my gosh, I can't believe I did that. I'm so sorry, Chef. That is my fault. My apologies entirely.
She's not about to go bankrupt.
She's not. No, is that what? Let's not spread anything that we don't know for sure.
What do you mean? It's in the news. Party Foul went bankrupt.
I'm not talking about that right now, because hopefully we get to have him on, and I really want to have the owner or the chef on. I think that would be so cool. But I accidentally we actually chose Foul Play over the Nashville Hot Chicken and Gyro place, or Gyro place.
We did.
And I'm
if I'm not mistaken, we had said, let's see if we can go to both.
No, we couldn't. We did say, I said that in hubris, but that is our greatest sin.
We had a great time at Foul Play, and we weren't getting another one in.
No.
We ate too much stuff.
We ate too much. It was wonderful, and for good reason. I will say this much. I saw this was open late. I came in. I ordered at the front desk a massive menu, as Gregory had mentioned, but there were 2 police officers. Thank you, Hendersonville's best. We appreciate you and all the work that you're doing. Truly, thank you for the recommendations.
Hendersonville has some crazy statistic about like the most police per capita of anywhere in the nation.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, have you not noticed?
They're everywhere.
I used to live in Hendersonville. Yeah, they're everywhere.
Yeah, that's
like at night they just post up.
Do not speed through Hendersonville on 31E at all.
No, they would know if I had a light out before I knew I had to let it. Let me just put it that way.
I will say this much. But there were 2 of Hendersonville's finest that are sitting at the table, and in the corner. And I look at them and I'm like, "Hey, how often do you eat here?" And they're like multiple times a week. I said, "Really?" And they both looked. There was a one that was eating a like an gyro plate, the rice plate and everything. There's another one that was eating shawarma, a lamb shawarma plate. And I stopped and
that you could say with an accent.
Shawarma?
Yeah.
No, I say it like Robert Downey Jr. from Avengers. There's a shawarma place down the road. Yeah, that's how I say that. Shawarma is the greatest.
You mean the actor that played Dr. Doom?
That was just announced, right? Like this weekend. So moving on. But yes, that was the recommendation.
And they said, well, if you don't do that, try those hot chicken fries. They're pretty good. So I got the hot chicken fries, and we got them again tonight. And I have been raving about these since we got them.
I was a little upset. We found it. He went without me. But,
You never told me that we were exclusive, Gregory.
Just thought it was in the name. Hot Chicks.
Well, here we go. So we went, and it was actually quite delightful.
Well,
spoiler.
yeah.
Spoiler.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of layers to this. So can you give us a rundown, the categories of the menu? Not each thing, because that would take forever. Just the categories?
Yes. So I'm just going to give you the different flavors of spices that they have.
Okay.
There's 3, 6, 9, 10 different flavors, and they range on the scale of no spice all the way up past honey butter into mild through medium, where spicy is, then lift off, and then finally, Houston, we have a problem. I love it, but also at the same time, I'm not excited. We have the different options of tenders that can either come with slaw, mac and cheese, fries, waffles. Then you have the leg quarters, which are with slaw, mac and cheese, waffles. There's the half bird with fries. Then they have some sandwiches, original, cheesy, and then mac and cheese chicken sandwich.
That's kind of interesting.
Yeah, it's
for someone that likes cheese, of course.
Sure.
But
and then you have sides or coleslaw, fries, 1 waffle, 1 additional jumbo chicken tender, and mac and cheese. Those are all the sides. Okay? Then they have wings. And this is why I'm pretty good with, I think they're door dashing. These are the quantities that you can get them in. 6, 8, 10, 12, 15, 20, 30, 40, and 50.
We didn't get the 50.
We did not get the 50. And then options for sauces are Buffalo, Nashville, Honey Hot, Barbecue, Cajun Hot, Hot Lemon, Mango Habanero, Sweet Chili, Tango Gold, Garlic Parm, and Lemon Pepper. A couple other options that they have real quick. Loaded Hot Chicken Fries, which is as one of the options we got as the sleeper. Loaded Mac and Cheese, we did not get. Chicken Tacos, Nashville Hot Chicken Salad. And then comes some fun stuff. They have a couple other categories like quesadillas. They have appetizers that include cheese bacon fries, jalapeno poppers, garlic bread. There's a fried pickle. You got grape leaves. Quesadillas, you can get a lamb shawarma quesadilla. Plates, they have gyro plates, meat lovers, falafels, Philly steaks, lamb shawarma. They have sandwiches, burritos, and then messy fries.
Sandwiches, gyro.
Sandwiches was an gyro. That's correct. Yes. And that you could get that gyro, chicken, meat lover, falafel.
They basically have the same meat options, just in all these several different ways.
That's exactly correct. There is one burrito that's a cheese lover burrito, in case there's somebody who is not Gregory in any way, shape, or form. And then the messy fries are something that I really wanted to try. We didn't get these, but next time I definitely will. These come with a cheese sauce and also your sauce, your choice of sauce of ranch or tzatziki for meat lover. Again, all the same side options that they have. Chicken shawarma, lamb shawarma, falafel, gyro chicken, all that stuff. Massive menu. Absolutely massive.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's really, there's 5 different protein options and then about 6, 7 different preparations.
Right. Here's what I don't like. And I told you this going in. It's like there's 2 separate menus. It's
Agreed.
like Hot Chicken Gyro. It's like 2 different restaurants. We have the Greek, Middle Eastern menu, and then we have the hot chicken menu. We have 2 separate menus, and they're just put together. And I remember telling you on the drive up about referencing Firecracker. Used to be a Helen's, whatever their deal was.
Can you talk about that real quickly?
Yeah. Firecracker used to be a Helen's. To my understanding, it was I don't know what their franchising deal is with Helen's, but it's no longer, it stopped being a Helen's, and it was bought by Asian folks, or it was or maybe that Helen's was operated by Asian folks. I'm not sure. Either way, they kept the hot chicken on the menu and they just added Chinese food. So they had a pretty conventional Chinese food menu, and they had hot chicken too. but you could get those things merged. Like you could get hot chicken on top of fried rice or lo mein or something like that. And so it wasn't too different. I also thought, by the way, it was probably the most consistent place to get Helen's like chicken. Just for the record,
Was Firecracker?
yeah, it was the best place to get Helen's chicken, in my opinion. But anyway, it's unfortunately closed. It was in Hermitage, and here though, these two menus do not cross. They are separate, but are they equal? I guess we'll find out. But I asked the guy.
Yeah, this is why I was going to ask. Well, Gregory, how do you know they don't cross?
Yeah,
those?
well, I asked the guy. I went up there and I was like, "Hey, like, do you guys do anything like that? You like hot chicken and just cross anywhere with the jar?" And he just like laughed and was like, "No, only the fries. Like only fries." He basically said, "You can hit the dirt." He just basically said no. And so I'm not sure you couldn't convince them, but they clearly were not interested in getting creative with those items. And I'll just tell you the story real quick about Hertz and the Facebook group, that is super hipster about hot chicken stuff, that just freaks out about anything that's just slightly new or different. This doesn't matter if it's a big
or
deal.
Fusion or anything.
Yeah,
of that sort.
The Hertz, which is really good hot chicken. I'm excited for us to go there. Started putting hot chicken on pita bread with tzatziki sauce, and released the hot chicken gyro. And that Facebook group just was freaking out. Oh my gosh, it's so cool! Like, no, he just put hot chicken on pita bread, dude. And he was doing a hot chicken pizza, which was just a frozen pizza that he diced up some chicken. Anyway, but there were people that thought it was just so cool, and they couldn't wait to post pictures of it. But this is a place that's perfectly set up for that, and they're not even interested in doing that. Not even close. So, I think maybe there's a little bit of a missed opportunity, but I also don't care that much because I think they're separate. They're just two different things. I don't necessarily need a hot chicken gyro.
Do you think, and this is looking at the flavor profile of this, do you even think you would really want the tzatziki sauce or the sauce that would have come with those flavor profiles?
The only thing I can think I would maybe want is some of the Nashville hot flavor
on the plate.
No, in my in addition on my gyro, imagine, you know what I mean, like that, like add some heat to it and stuff like that. I might like that.
I agree, and that might be a perfect launch point into.
You could probably order a side of sauce, Nashville, whatever, and just put it on there. So.
Well, actually, that's a perfect launch point. Speaking of the Nashville sauce, because before we get into the chicken itself, I think we should talk about the sauce, because the Nashville Hot Chicken seasoning, flavoring, anything of the sort.
Let's get to what we ordered.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We'll give them the play-by-play.
All right. Well, if that's the case, let's jump right into our orders at the Nashville Hot Chicken and Gyro restaurant in Hendersonville. I will continue calling it Gyro. You cannot make me. So Gregory got a half bird, which is
Hang
not.
on, we'll give him the play-by-play.
Okay.
Just tell him what I ordered.
So Gregory got a half bird. Came with fries and had some comeback sauce in the little to-go containers. He also got a mixed meat plate. Had tabbouleh and rice. It was chicken and gyro meat, and it also had some pita on the side.
Yeah.
And it does. Hey, heads up, that does come with cheese on it.
Yeah.
Fair warning.
Yeah, I'll talk about that.
Okay, fair warning on that. But I just want to say that outright. I got 4 tenders at Nashville Hot. All of the Nashville Hot that we got, the chicken was Nashville Hot down the center, with a side of fries. I also got the messy chicken, the Nashville Hot Chicken fries, not the messy plate, but the Nashville Hot Chicken fries. And I want to clarify, because I spoke to somebody on the way. These are called the loaded fries under the hot chicken options. So these are about $11.99, but it's a lot of food, y'all. There's a good amount of food.
It's a pretty common thing to have outside of Nashville.
Well,
fries, fries and slaw and diced up chicken tenders and comeback sauce. I don't know if Dave's has it, but I've been to so many places outside of Nashville. Like I was telling you, actually, you see that more than inside of Nashville.
Well, and it's kind of the mentality of, what's a new preparation?
Right.
What is the focus?
And Hattie B's does do that.
They do.
Yes. I remember when it was new, and I think it was only on their DoorDash menu.
Interesting.
Yeah. But
Is it still around?
I think so.
Well, we're going to have to talk to them. Nate, is it Nick Jr.? Yeah, Nick Jr.
Nick Bishop.
Yeah, Nick, Mr. Bishop, if you don't mind, get a hold of us. We'd love to interview you.
You know what I think? This thought just came in, and I'm not sure if I've had it before, but I feel like this dish would be perfect with waffle fries.
Huh.
I just feel like that would work. You could scoop stuff up better, almost like nachos.
Yeah, but the fries that we actually got were the standard crinkle cut.
Yeah.
Down the middle.
So, just to give them the play-by-play, they brought out my food first. Yes, first observation was my mixed over rice plate, my meat lover's plate, had cheese all over it, which I know everybody in this world loves cheese, but menu doesn't say anything about cheese. So I'm just going to hammer that point of like, please don't say you have cheese so I don't have to send something back, or at least so I can tell you not to put it on there. And I told them, I was like, hey, I don't eat cheese. I don't like it. And they brought it back to the kitchen, brought it out, and they had clearly just picked some off and missed plenty. So, gonna call a spade there and say not a big fan of that. Also, the half bird.
Which there is a picture of this option on the menu.
Does it show this?
It does show this.
Okay, I was going to ask. It's not a half bird. I mean, it's 2 quarters. It's 2 leg quarters. They don't have breast quarters here. And so the half bird, I didn't know that though, because I didn't see a breast quarter on the menu. I thought that's the only way to get a breast quarter, to try both. So I probably wouldn't have ordered the half bird had I known it was just 2 leg quarters, because it didn't even say that on the menu.
It does.
It does say 2 leg quarters?
I'm looking right at it. Okay. Half chicken and fries, $13.99, 2 leg quarters and fries.
Okay, then it's my mistake.
Yeah, that was
totally my mistake.
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to
no, please, no.
I want to keep this.
Please correct me.
I did verify though. It does not say cheese on the plate.
No, it doesn't say cheese.
So
I know that for sure.
That was why I just want that stated.
But and like foul play didn't say cheese on the sandwiches, and so
I will say also,
although it did maybe in the ordering screen if you ordered correctly.
If we would have ordered properly, we did not order properly.
And I'm unfortunately being a person that doesn't like cheese, which may invalidate so many opinions in you guys' mind, but I'm so used to sending food back. As much as that sounds terrible, I don't like cheese, and everything has cheese on it, and this happens a lot, and it's just like, I'm sorry, I don't want cheese. And so I'm so used to it. So it's not a huge deal, but please, if you have cheese in it, just say that in the description.
I will say though, looking at the menu as well, for as extensive as it is, there's not nearly as much as you would think that has cheese on it. So they must have 2 options, like a nacho cheese kind of sauce and then sprinkled cheese.
And this was sprinkled, so
yeah,
like that's better than if it was nacho cheese, because if it was nacho cheese, obviously you can't change that.
Right.
So
well, and then they took back your plate, brought it back out, obviously kind of tried to get as much off as they could, and then kind of tossed it around, gave it a quick little saute and a sizzle, and put it back on a new plate of rice or what have you. And then they brought out my food, which was the tender.
Right. Well, first let me tell you, because I tried the fries. With the comeback sauce.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of the comeback sauce, and I never thought I'd say that because I love comeback sauce, and this was just, it almost made me wonder if they were baking it with dairy, which is not how you're supposed to make comeback sauce. I'm not sure, but
what part though, like sour cream, or like what part would have been dairy in the comeback sauce?
Could have been a dressed up ranch.
Ooh,
could have. But
almost like a little bit of woozy, like a little bit of Worcestershire, and then you go through.
I love comeback, but this actually was lacking a lot of flavor.
It was almost a the batch that we had today. The comeback sauce almost felt more like a I like how you put that, a classy, like a dressed up ranch. It was more it didn't have the pronounced comeback flavor.
No, it was, and I love comeback sauce. Shout out to Hugh Babies.
Like, Hugh Babies is amazing.
Oh yeah, so like I love. I was just surprised. Like
Yes.
I've never met a comeback sauce I didn't love, but that was the first. And so anyway, those are my first impressions before your food came out.
Can I also just send? You brought up one of my absolute favorite burgers in Nashville, Hugh Babies.
Oh yeah,
Like we're not just hot chicken enthusiasts, but if you're coming to Nashville, it's Hugh, Hugh, and then BABY''S. Hugh Babies. There's one west of town and there's one south of town.
and there's one east
Where's the one in
in
east?
Hunter Station.
Oh yeah, right in east by 5 Points.
People get all excited about In-N-Out coming to town. It's like, guys, we have Hugh Babies.
And to be very honest with you, go to Hugh Babies, get yourself a chocolate shake. Like
It's the best of Shake Shack and In-N-Out combined. If they had a
Agreed.
baby, because it's the potato bun, but it's dressed more like a In-N-Out.
In-N-Out.
And, oh, it's so good.
and if you get the fries to it,
You know who owns it, right?
no.
Pat Martin of Martin's Barbecue owns Hugh. That's his like take on a fast food burger joint.
Really?
Yeah, he also apparently that group owns like Vui's and a few other things.
Buoys?
Yeah, I think it's the same ownership.
No.
There's a whole restaurant group, but
Do-
yeah,
You
But
know
yeah.
Vui's is they put one out here in Gallatin.
no.
Yeah. They just put a Vui's
It
out.
also explains why one of the best things to get is the barbecue burger at Hugh Babies. If you
Oh
know.
my gosh. They also have a slug burger there, don't they? Like the Mississippi
Only
slug
on
burger?
Fridays.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's also good.
That's you if you don't know what all these are, do your research, but we're not doing that on
Hugh
this
Babies is
podcast.
amazing. Yeah,
Yeah.
just so you know.
Let's jump right back into my order if you don't mind.
Yeah,
just to, so I got the I got 4 tenders. 3 of them were hot, and one is Houston, we have a problem, which is going to be our side chick for today.
Houston, we have a problem.
Thank you very much. And we are I also got those the loaded fries, the hot chicken loaded fries. Here's why I say this. That's what I got the other night. And I just wanted Gregory to try them. They normally come with a nacho type cheese on it, but a sodium nitrate, but it wasn't on there because of cheese and Gregory.
You got it on the side.
I got it on the side.
But you didn't even use it, did you?
I dipped in a couple times, but not with the loaded fries, so it's not
Okay.
really needed. But it does have like coleslaw, and it does have pickles, and it does have a little bit of a comeback sauce on it, and the French fries, and the Nashville hot chicken. I'm telling you, if I can just jump right in,
Yeah.
the rice plate was. I don't know what is the sleeper here between the rice plate and the loaded fries.
So, to just spoilers, just address the question: is this a gyro place or is it a hot chicken place? It actually is both.
It is both.
It is both. You couldn't go wrong with
On-
either. Both were good. The rice plate was good, which I only honestly ate a few bites of because I'm saving it tomorrow for lunch. But it was good, and the chicken on it was like super red, just completely coated in spices. And yeah, now you ready to talk about the chicken?
I am ready.
Because we have a lot of things to say about this chicken.
How about this? You take it away, bone in. We'll go from there.
Okay. So, tried the chicken. And I looked at Alex and I was like, that's interesting. That's wow. First question is, what's going on? Second question is, do I like it? No, I'll put it the other way around. First question was, do I like it? Then the second question is, what's going on? I did like it. I was like, okay. So it wasn't super crispy. So
Like what? What?
the flavor. The chicken was not the greatest cooked. It wasn't the most crispy. It was maybe a little under, like it just whatever. But the flavor was what we're talking about. Is super unique, very pasty kind of coated, and sweet. And I looked at Alex and I said, "Is there soy sauce in this?"
There was okay. So
we don't think it's soy sauce.
we don't think it's soy sauce. But if I may, before we jump into what we think it is,
Give me credit.
It was Gregory's idea, and I confirmed it because it definitely tastes that way. Full transparency. The moment we tasted the hot chicken, it was, and when Gregory says unique to where we've been, we have not had this flavor of hot chicken any other location that we've been to.
Not even close.
Not even close. And think about what we're saying here. Gregory, how many dozens of restaurants?
I've had a lot of hot chicken.
Exactly. And I mean,
so yeah, it was definitely different, and I was like, man. And then eating it, you'll talk more about the fries in a second, but it makes sense why you wouldn't necessarily have just grasped that as much eating just the fries.
Correct.
Because all those sauces just kind of merge together. You have the slaw, you have the comeback sauce, you have this, and so you have the chicken.
I had nacho cheese on
you have
mine
cheese,
whenever I
and
got it. Yeah.
So it all merges into a very wet kind of dish. But my first question was, is this soy sauce? And then I thought, no, it's not savory enough to be soy sauce. And then I thought about it, and I thought, I'm pretty sure I have seen recipes for Nashville hot chicken online, generally by people that don't know anything about Nashville hot chicken, that are making a recipe, that live outside of Nashville, but recipes online that use Worcestershire sauce. And that's my guess of what it is.
If I may, for anybody who didn't understand what he just said, I'd like to use a couple different translations of that sauce's name.
Sure.
That's Worcestershire, woozy, a little bit of Hoosier sister sauce.
Oh,
that was actually that's my father-in-law's favorite way of saying that. Shout out to Jay Bruce. I love you, brother. And I told you I would call it Hoosier.
And then there's
sauce
the fourth name.
What's that?
The fourth name. Blue Hole Road Juice.
I'm done. That is nobody calls it that. I thought you were gonna say go off for 6 seconds being like Worcestershire, sure.
Blue Hole Road Juice.
We're not saying that again. Okay, I'm putting an embargo on that.
On what?
No. Okay, so looking at this though, it definitely had some.
You think that's what it is?
I honestly, I cannot place it, but there's some kind of flavor to it that is so unique, that is not accustomed, and it is not native.
It was also pretty wet.
It was a wet, it was a very oil dredge for.
But if there's
woozy in it,
yeah, then that would make sense why it's wetter. And it does kind of make sense, because it is maybe like, hey, these guys that these business owners that own a gyro place or are opening one, or like, let's add hot chicken to the menu. How do we make hot chicken? We just look it up online, and there's recipes with Blue Hole Road Juice in it. And so,
that's one. We're not getting to 3. Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
And so it makes sense. Now the next question to follow up behind to that is, well, I already said it was good, because yeah, it was like, this tastes good. But the next question is it Nashville hot?
Now, I'm glad we're getting here, right? Because
there's going to be people that try this and have strong opinions about that.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
That's absolutely okay. We honestly, here's the deal. We're not gatekeeping, right? No. We're not gatekeeping. I'm going to be honest with you. I considered this, because of the preparation, the dish, the style, the way that the heat presented, and where it hit on the mouth. I'm going to absolutely say that this was Nashville hot chicken.
I would agree with you. I would say it is a interpretation that is a little bit more outside, the flavor-wise, a little bit more outside the bell curve than what we typically see. But you see all these different variations, like Pepper Fire using curry powder, and Granddaddy's using cumin, and Party Foul using smoked paprika. You see all these, just the way it kind of spreads out in different directions. And this is just a different direction, and it was still tasty. And so I am going to call it Nashville hot chicken.
I'm absolutely going to call it Nashville Hot Chicken. Do you?
But it is in question. I will say it is worth asking the question. It is different enough to at least ask the question.
And I kind of like that.
Yeah.
Like, listen, you and I on this show, we have so many that are, reinterpretations of a classic. I want things like the flavor profile of Nashville Hot Chicken and Gyro. I want dishes like the Joseph's chicken tenders at Foul Play. Right? Like, I want these outliers. Send me your weirdos, okay? This is listen, this is why I'm here, is I want to talk about things like this. And I love the fact that this flavor
Are you
profile.
about to break out into a Greatest Showman song?
No.
Okay, sorry. I just thought I could see that coming.
I'm not going to, actually. No, I say all of this. It was outstanding. Give me all of your.
Don't send him your weirdos. You don't want to know what he'd do with.
No, send me like locations where it's like, look, this is the sleeper. This is something that like I like getting at my local hot chicken place. And honestly, these fries, these loaded fries that we're talking about, I love them. For $11, a full belly afterwards, and you get the hot, you get the sweet. I honestly would probably go extra hot on that.
So
What you got?
I liked the fries. I think they had way too little coleslaw.
Okay.
They just barely had like a line down the middle.
Sure.
I've had this dish several times. I will say that the combination of the flavors that are on that chicken tender combined with everything else does make it pretty good. I've had this dish with better fries though. These are just regular, probably frozen crinkle cut fries.
Yeah.
They do get soggy. They're not staying crispy under all this stuff.
No.
So-
Especially not the juice of like the coleslaw and everything of that sort.
Whose juice?
Y'all, I'm trying to keep this without
two.
an NC-17 rating.
That's
Okay.
two.
Okay, keep going.
And so we did ask about the waffle. I don't know if I mentioned that. And I was like, hey, do you make the waffle? And they said no. So we didn't get a waffle. I know what waffle they're probably buying. Probably the same exact waffle that Prince has used for Hot Chicken Week, which was still good.
Does Hattie B's make theirs?
Yes. You know what? I actually have a bone to pick with Hattie B's about that.
Oh.
No pun intended. I think I have actually for the longest time, every time I went to Hattie B's, I tried to get the waffle because I used to only have it on Sundays. I'm not sure if they still do that. And they were always out of the waffle. Of all the things to be out of, they were out of the waffle mix.
Can I make a suggestion on that one? Go to West End.
I think I finally had it and it wasn't that good, but I just kept trying to get it and they were always out. This went on for a few years.
Okay.
And so I think I've had it. I can't remember it. I think it was not memorable, but it just was infuriating that they were out of waffle mix. How do you run out of waffle mix?
Anyway, so you're not going to have that problem at Nashville Hot Chicken and Gyro because they get theirs. They don't make it in-house. And it's okay that they don't. Honestly, again, I mentioned this
if they're using the ones I think they're using, which are like the ones from Costco that are like candy, basically that come in a package and are like pre-made, and they're just like candy. They're like coated. They're really good. Prince's had a Hot Chicken Week special where they gave you like a couple tenders on top of one of those with syrup. And it was so good.
Kind of sounds perfect.
It was good. Have you not had one of these things from Costco? It's like a prepackaged waffle. It's kind of round and shaped.
Yeah.
And it almost has like a candy like kind of crunch to it. And it's really sweet because I remember why, because it claims to have syrup like baked into it.
Into the actual batter.
And
yeah.
They're really good.
Well, let's hold on. Let's just do this real quick. So we have, if I may, we have a couple different options. The fries themselves I loved them, but I got to talk about the tenders. And I gave you the tenders as well. We have not yet fully talked about the bone-in. Can we talk about the bone-in?
The bone-in was not cooked perfectly, like not super tender, like when you tear the chicken apart and all that. But they're starting from a better place than other places. I'll say that. Like, you know what I mean by that? They are, because
Can you explain?
things can vary on the day, but the type of batter and such that they're using, like, is still a better, in my opinion, recipe than what other places are doing. And so the recipe's better than what other places, or in my opinion, I prefer it to other places. So even though the chicken wasn't cooked as tender and stuff as I'd like it to, like I said, there's some pieces that were, when the chicken's really sticking to the bone like that, it just means it's not cooked enough. It doesn't mean it's undercooked, but it means it's not cooked optimally.
Correct.
And it was doing that. So that means that the recipe's good. It could be cooked better. And so, and things can vary on the day. So that was just it wasn't the most crispy, but it was flavorful. It looked like it was crispy. Honestly, I thought I was in trouble because it was so dark when they handed it to me.
Y'all, when he got it, he actually looked at me and there was a sound that came out of his mouth that was, ooh. That was the first sound that I saw or heard. That was the first sound that I saw. That's exactly what I meant to say. It was the first sound that I heard when they set it down.
Yep. And that again could be the BH juice. BHR juice.
I gotta be honest with you. I'm not sure, but I will
because that would make sense why it's dark. I'm just saying because y'all, this chicken wasn't that hot.
Well, okay, and here's the thing: the coating that it was on, definitely oil dredge, right? I'm looking at it now, definitely oil dredge, right? It was glossy, it was pretty. There was the mop underneath it was definitely soaking, right? Like there was a beautiful.
Had mops driven down Blue Hole Road.
Greg, we're going to have a conversation offline where we talk about that, but we can't keep doing that. Can somebody let me know if I need to put an explicit tag on here? It's not what it sounds like, but just in case. But no, it's a very dark piece of hot chicken. Very deep maroon, which I personally thought it looked amazing. But boy, howdy. It had flavor and it had good consistency to it. I got some great pictures. Thank you again to the, Nashville Hot Chicken and Gyro place that actually had that. I'll tell you the thing that made me the most nervous was the sauce on Houston We Have a Problem.
It looks like buffalo sauce.
It almost did. It was
it's
lighter.
Orange.
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect from that when we get to that. I don't know what we're in for, whether it's. I'm actually not that scared because this was not that hot. Actually, it left some to be desired. It really did. It was.
You're saying that the Nashville Hot the bar for Nashville Hot was not as hot. Was it hotter than BJ?
No,
it was not hotter than BJ.
No,
really.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Well, and here's the thing. Depending on the Houston We Have a Problem. I'm kind of excited.
And how many levels are in between those two?
A few. There's a few.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll pull it up one more time. But full transparency, it was good.
Trying to decide what I would order next time because this really was.
So we've got Nashville Hot, we've got Hella Hot, HELLA, and then there's Spicy Liftoff Houston We Have a Problem.
Okay, so I would probably go at least Hella.
I would go at least Hella Hot. That's a safe bet.
And people want to know that.
Yeah, I would go Hella Hot here. To be honest with you, the spice, if I go back, I'll get Hella Hot. What
did you get the first time? You just got hot.
Okay. Nashville Hot. I didn't get hot. There's a difference between hot and Nashville Hot.
Really?
Yes, they're two separate spice levels. So I would get the.
You're sure they're not two different sauces, like a buffalo hot? Because they have a whole wing menu with all these wing sauces.
I understand that, but also I believe from looking at the menu that the buffalo hot is listed as buffalo.
Okay.
And then, so the wing sauces, again, buffalo, Nashville, honey hot, space, barbecue, space, Cajun, space, hot, lemon pepper, garlic parmesan, tango gold, sweet chili, mango habanero, and then hot lemon pepper.
If you can't tell, guys, it is a little confusing.
It is. All the different flavors. And
not as straightforward as some places.
A lot of them kind of overlap, but I'll tell you the ones that don't often, and that is Hella Hot Nashville Hot, Lift Off, and Houston, We Have a Problem. Those 4 are specifically for Nashville Hot Chicken.
Okay.
Now, looking at that, though, if we go back, Hella Hot would probably be the next step.
So, do you think... Well, no, go ahead and talk about your tenders.
Tenders. I'm going to be honest with you. I was surprised. I was very pleasantly surprised.
Why? Because you've had them before in the form of the fries.
I had them before in the form of the fries. That, again, I'm going to count kind of the DoorDash, variable in there because I was driving them home. I didn't eat them there.
Did you eat it with the car?
No, I ate them whenever I got home. There's a difference. It's like 20 minutes.
Right.
But I get home and, it's not as steaming. It's not as hot. It's not, it's kind of rested for a little bit. I'm going to be very transparent with you. The tenders, they were flaky. They were light. They were large tenders. Like these
they were large.
They were large tenders. Very reminiscent of Lily's tenders, which were quite large.
Not in texture, though. Nowhere near.
No. I'm talking size-wise. Talking size-wise.
Yeah, I did think that the batter got kind of soft with the seasoning they put on. It got softer on the tenders than it did with the bone-in chicken. The batter did.
I'll agree with that. To just kind of round this out, the size of the tenders, very Lily's, very Foul Play. Size-wise,
were Foul Plays that big?
They were big.
I don't remember them being that big.
They were big.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you this much: 3 tenders at Foul Play with 2 sides filled me up, and that's saying a lot. I will throw this out there: the tenders here at Nashville Hot Chicken and Nero, they were not as flaky as, again, Lily's and Foul Play are neck and neck. Foul Play definitely top tier. Foul Play came out on top with that. Lily's very close second. I would say the Nashville Hot Chicken and Nero are not that high, but I'll tell you this much: they're higher than a lot of the other things that we have wrestled with. And I'm saying this in my opinion. We're not going to do the official ranking just yet, but I loved them. They were light. They were fluffy. They had that right good marinade.
What do you mean by fluffy? Because that does not sound like something to describe a chicken tender.
That's a great
Unless
question.
there's wings on it. Feathers still on it.
No, there are not feathers still on it. But with the fluffy kind of interior, whenever you rip it apart, whether you're cutting it, whether you're cutting it, or
you mean what makes the tender tender?
Yes, the tenderness of the tender, I guess, would be a good way. It's very tender. It's not. I guess fluffy is a new way of saying tender.
I'm wondering if there's
tender squared.
Feathers still on this bird?
Yeah, we've got the tendered squared ratio or variable is no. It was very It didn't fall apart. It maintained shape, but you can tell that there was something that was done to it. Potentially marinade. I'm not sure.
How was the salt?
Salt on it. This is me saying this. Little high.
Was it upside down oval with a woodpecker sticking out pointing towards salt?
Listen, I'm telling you right now. It's the when I described that. Okay,
back to the Prince's episode because I let him slide by saying that, and it wasn't until listening back that I was just like, man, what in the world?
He called me. He called me. I am going to draw this, and you're going to understand it once I say this. You're not looking upside down at the woodpecker.
Upside down oval with a woodpecker sticking out, pointing towards salt.
No, it's a circle. Okay, and then there's just a small point.
What's an upside down oval?
It's not an upside down oval. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
Y'all, the sleepy ha-has have kicked in. Anyway, it's not any woodpeckery type things. It was a little bit extra.
Maybe that's where the feathers were coming from.
All right, here we go. It was a little bit extra salt, and but I think that might come from the batter. I will tell you this much: I did go up to talk to the gentleman working behind the counter, who also was working in the kitchen. I went to talk to him after, and he was the guy who was previously whenever I was there. So I had ordered from him before whenever I came up, like whenever I got them the last time.
Oh yeah.
And I asked him this time, I said, hey, do you all batter your chicken here? Or do you get it battered and frozen. And he just looked over and he pointed at the battering station, the dry station. He goes, "No, right there." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." And I couldn't tell if there was a dry, wet, dry. I couldn't tell what it was, but it was light enough that you could tell that, there's seasoning in there, but it's not overly seasoned. It's not clumpy. It's very light. It's some kind of easy kind of toss.
Yeah. Like I said, it didn't quite hold up to what they put on it.
Agreed.
It did kind of get soft and soggy.
Agreed.
It didn't stay flaky, crunchy, all that.
Didn't stay fluffy.
No. Thank goodness.
Oh,
Feathers were
jeez.
gone.
Jeez.
But tender I tried a piece of your tender. It was good. Probably a preferred bone in, but I would say they're pretty equal on their given spectrums.
I will agree with that.
Now, the next question is, where's its place on this big market?
You know what? Are we talking on...
No, not the ranking.
Okay.
Not yet. I'm just saying, last episode we did BJ, and we talked about how that's right next to Moore's, and this place is less than 5 minutes away from both of those.
Yep.
In the Madison direction.
Correct.
Where there's a Helen's, which is maybe the only place in Madison right now. But anyway, where's its place on the mark? And then Foul Play's in Gallatin.
So I have an idea.
Okay.
Remember how we were getting with hot stuff down on...
Oh, the Late Bird.
The Late Bird, right? This is what I'm going to say. I first found Nashville Hot Chicken Gyro as a Late Bird. I'm telling you right now, I will go back if it's after 8 p.m., 9 p.m. But also, and this is me saying this, I wholeheartly, seeing as how they're essentially two fully functional operating restaurants in the same, two fully operating restaurants.
They're a menu with, they're one restaurant with two menus.
That's a very great way of putting it. I believe that I would go back there, no doubt in my mind, for just the sauce alone. It was that unique. And
I mean the hot chicken, not the comeback sauce.
No, the hot chicken sauce.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
it was that sweet, that almost, I'm not going to call it an Asian influence. That's not what it was. But to have that almost kind of savory, sweet kind of flair on a Nashville hot, it was one of the few times that I actually said, wow, that's unique. There's no better way of saying that.
We're eating so much hot chicken that is consistent in a lot of ways and flavors. And when something's different, sometimes it's just kind of nice. And then you can recognize that that's just going to be some people's preference.
Of course.
And so I would not say it's my all the time preference.
No.
But it was different and good enough for me to still appreciate it. So I guess we'd call hot stuff chicken fish the South Late Bird, and this is the North Late Bird.
I will definitely say
this is Late Bird North. Late Bird North.
Late Bird North. I like that. Late Bird North.
Meet you at Late Bird North.
I don't know that reference or the voice that you're doing, but I definitely will meet you there.
When?
Actually, late. I don't know. Late. Yeah,
that makes sense.
It's later, I should say. Here's what I will say though. I am kind of excited. I do want to go with the ranking of the tenders and the bone in.
I'm curious what you're gonna say.
Yeah, I'm kind of. I want to.
You're not sure what you're gonna say.
I want to start with your bone in references.
Okay,
so
you're doing that on purpose.
I am.
I know what you're doing. Okay.
So we currently have number 1 from last episode.
I can speak for myself.
Yes, you can.
Lily's is by far number 1. Number 2 is Hot Stuff.
Again, I have umbrage with this, but go on.
Hot Stuff was good. Number 3 is Prince's. Number 4 is Foul Play. And I'm going to put this at number 5.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is number 5, which means it's above BJ and Bolton's last.
I love it.
That's my rank for now.
I love it. I'm going to be honest with you. I agree with that, all except for what I had told you previously with umbrage, because I thought Foul Play should be above Hot Stuff. That's just me. But, moving on. Okay, I like that ranking. Lily's, Hot Stuff, Prince's, Foul Play, Nashville Hot Chicken and Gyro, BJ Hot Chicken and Bolton's. It kind of seems to me like Yeah, it kind of seems to me like this is a great option northeast out of town. Anytime after 5 or 7 p.m. I like that. Tenders. So this is number one, no questions, foul play. Number one, Lily's, very close second. Then there's a big jump a little bit down to Prince's, then BJ Hot Chicken, Bolton's, and Hot Stuff. I'm actually going to put the tenders from Hot Chicken and Gyro above Prince's, below Lily's.
Wow. Number 3.
Thoughts?
I don't think I would agree with it, but I still respect it because as we validate, like Prince's, that's not the place to get tenders.
No.
But the tenders were still good as far as just a fried chicken food item. Like it's still tasty and good. These to me.
Wait, actually, hold on. When we say Prince's,
we are talking about the new Tanger Outlet location.
Okay, then yeah, definitely above the Tanger Outlet.
That's what we've done on the show. So, I respect it personally. I probably would lean more towards Prince's for the sake of that classic Nashville flavor, perfected in a lot of ways over this more just unusual variety. But I respect it. I think they were cooked about the same, like as far as
agreed
how well they were done. And I just would lean more towards a Prince's flavor profile, which is a more traditional.
So here's why I'm putting them at 3. Okay? And I need you to hear me at this.
Hang on, let me clean out these.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hang on.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Wow, there's a lot.
Yo, look at all that
wax in here.
What is coming out of that? There's nothing actually coming out, ladies and gents.
Okay.
All right. Here's why I say this. When we went to Prince's, I told you, I'm pretty sure that the batter that they used that day was a little bit off.
It just was different than the bone-in.
It really was. But also, when I went to the airport Prince's before I caught a flight.
Terrible idea, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Listen.
Keep going.
Listen. Thank God the flight to Pittsburgh is a nonstop and it's only an hour away. Because by the time I arrived in Pittsburgh, there was, Danger Will Robinson alerts going.
You were flying straight over Blue Hole Road.
Oh, gosh. Ooh. Oh, boy.
What a close call.
Oh my gosh. So, let's just say that I definitely was Johnny Cashing it with the Ring of Fire, and I was trying to, but no, like call it what it is here. Those tenders, and I took pictures and I sent them to you. Do you remember the pictures that I took from the airport? That was some of the best Prince's tenders I've ever had in my lifetime.
New phone, who dis?
Okay, I will send them to you again. But I say this because truly, that is where I'm saving the 3rd spot for when we
don't get to save it.
Okay, fine then. I'm sticking right there. But
when Prince's opens up the Jefferson location, we'll do another episode.
Which please, Miss Andre, if you don't mind, please go ahead and have us just come by ahead of time for that dry test. I would love to come through the false open. I would love to. That would be awesome. Bring me and Gregory in. We would love to taste this new Jefferson Street.
Please add skillet fried chicken in the menu, please.
They're not going to.
They're not going to. But please, that's my request.
But I am going to put this because we've talked in the past of the gap between Lily's and Prince's on the tender scale, and I'm going to say that it's going to go foul play, Lily's, Nashville Hot Chicken and Gyro, then Prince's at the Tanger outlets, then BJ Hot Chicken in Hendersonville, Bolton's, and Hot Stuff.
Okay.
And I think if you're good with that, now we got to get ready for that side chick.
Yeah. Let's get ready for the side chick. Not sure what's gonna happen here, but
so after the last episode, I said we were gonna take a quick commercial break. And we joked about there being so many advertisements. This is me again speaking life and existence into those. So I'm not sure what ads or quantity of them that we will have, but here we go. So we'll talk to you after the ad break. Thank you for listening to those advertisements, and I am so excited. Again, I'm not sure, but I think that was a total of 76 different advertisements.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I tried to count. You know what I mean?
Still not enough.
But
because we're not sponsored by Fairlife Milk.
That was exactly what I wanted to say. Again, we are not sponsored by Fairlife Milk. We just love their product.
Please sponsor us, Fairlife.
Please sponsor us, Fairlife Milk. Please.
We are back to Fairlife Milk. No popsicles this time.
Yeah, we do not have the BJ Hot Chicken popsicles that they had. This is the regular Fairlife Milk, as you may have seen.
Chocolate.
Well, I'm getting there. As you may have seen in the interview on News Channel 5, there's a specific shot of Gregory pouring some amazing chocolate milk. What you may not have seen in the behind the scenes is he totally spilled the second one.
I was doing a high pour.
Yeah, you were doing a high pour and you failed. You failed the high pour.
Yeah.
So
we didn't really talk about the dessert menu. Pretty extensive. Just we don't even need to go over it.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff. They're probably not making any of it. I'm sure it's fine. But they do have an extensive dessert menu.
You know what? And they got churros. They got red velvet cake. They got baklava. They've got, which honestly, I might go back for baklava, to be honest with you, because I'm going to miss it from home this fall. Strawberry cheesecake, chocolate cheesecake, Oreo cake, and tiramisu. I'm telling you right now, actually, Nashville Hot Chicken and Gyro, if you're making any of those in-house, call me. Or send us a message.
Next time you're there, you need to ask, hey, do you make any of those?
Yeah, because here's the thing. If you make any of those, I want to talk about those. If you make the grape leaves, I want to talk about those. If you are doing any of that, please let us know, because honestly, we're going to be impressed, and we're going to come back and we will do a side spot in a housekeeping type situation. I feel good about this though. And so let's talk about Houston. We have a problem.
Houston, we have a problem.
There we go.
So I don't think we have an Apollo 13 issue here.
Okay.
It smells good.
It really does.
It also is very orange and looks like buffalo, and I
kind of has that after scent to it.
Bringing up the language barrier thing, I would not be surprised just if they gave us the wrong thing. I just wouldn't be. We asked for the spiciest thing they got. We tried, but this does not look spicy. It looks like buffalo. It smells like buffalo. So
to be honest with you, I almost want to go back and get one single tender of Houston. We have a problem, just to see and compare. I don't think that would work just for filming or for recording and all that stuff. But Gregory, I'm not nervous.
No.
So
we could be setting ourselves up for severe shock right now.
And to be honest with you, you said it when we were getting prepared. You don't think you're mentally prepared for
I'm not.
Yeah.
Right now, it's almost midnight. I'm not hungry. But if this knocks me in any of the directions that Lily's or foul play knocked me, I am not prepared.
Or honestly, like even just the overwhelming heat of, like the Prince's tender.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even in that direction, this is going to be interesting. But also, size-wise,
big.
Pretty big tender.
No.
I told you. It's a pretty big tender.
Yeah.
And also, like, good-sized chicken inside that. Like, can you see the amount of chicken
that's like Sesame Street in there.
Oh, gosh.
Big Bird.
There's a big bird. There it is. It's just Big Bird now with 2 pickles on top and Houston. Houston, we definitely have a problem if it's Big Bird. I got him on that one, y'all. Okay,
Man,
Gregory.
that just sounded like a erectile dysfunction ad.
And now we have the official. That was the crossover into explicit. What is past explicit on the rating system for? I don't know. Anyway, Gregory, cheers, man. Oh wait, no, you good?
I'm good. I was just getting over
Getting
over that laugh.
The laugh out. All right, hey.
Well, I almost gave myself hiccups from the laugh, and so I know I'm about to.
Yeah, you can't do that before the. Yeah,
No.
before. Okay.
No. All right. Cheers.
Cheers.
I'm not getting it.
I got to be honest. I think they gave us the wrong tender.
That's buffalo.
That's a buffalo tender. They gave us the wrong tender.
That is not one small step for man.
Mm-mm. That's one small step for a city in New York.
My lips are burning, actually. I just noticed. Like, my lips are eating up.
That was enjoyable.
Yeah, it tastes good.
That was a very enjoyable buffalo tender, but that was not Houston. We have a problem.
Not traditional buffalo, but buffalo. Are you brushing your teeth with your fingers?
There's a paste, so I'm trying to get the paste off.
My lips are burning.
It's still there.
It's heating up, but no.
I'm of the mindset where I'm gonna be on. Ooh. Oh.
It's not getting that.
No, but it's still there.
No, I feel it around. I feel it in my mouth. I feel it around my lips, like a tingle. But I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
This is an enjoyable level of heat to me.
I gotta be honest with you, I'm a little bit disappointed because I really wanted the Houston, we have a problem.
So, question.
Yeah.
Do you think they gave us the wrong thing?
I wholeheartedly believe that they gave us the wrong
Or
thing.
because this is hotter than what we got.
What do you mean?
This is hotter than the chicken we got.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Is this the Houston we have a problem?
It might be.
No.
I'm just saying it's hotter than what we got.
No, but is this really like it?
It
Wow.
might be. Because it's hotter than what we got.
Oh no, I'll agree with you on that one. But like
And how many levels are above what we got?
3?
This might be it.
Wow. Huh.
And I do feel it. Like my lips are tingling.
Yeah, my mouth is
Not
definitely
like Bolton's.
No.
That was putting my lips on fire, which is so weird again because it didn't touch
Dry
my
spice.
lips.
Yeah.
This is definitely like got a burn, but a pleasant one. And
I'll be honest with you. I'm a little bit disappointed.
well, some of these are just going to be that way. When we have licked the surface of the sun of foul play, it's home run, and Lily's fear to reaper. I mean, some are, but that taste-wise was drastically different from the hot chicken we ate. Like, it was a different flavor.
It was very much a Nashville Buffalo brainchild with, I would say, more of the Nashville heat, the aromatic of Buffalo, and the heat, like how the pepper attacks, of Nashville Hot. But it was not. This is not a. Because we were talking, and this might have been like a psychological thing. Like, honestly, this might have been one of those situations where we were not that nervous about it. We totally underestimated it, and it smacked us. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, my mouth is still on fire, but this is not hot.
No, this is what I would order heat-wise to enjoy.
I'll be honest with you. If this was a little bit less, and the flavor was less buffalo, more Nashville, this would be like a little bit above.
Do you think they just, for their hottest level, mix all their like hot sauces together? Like mix the buffalo,
I really hope not. Because honestly, that's a whole different flavor profile. Like,
I know it is.
There's a place back home in my hometown, and they make these wings it's a combination of butter and garlic. It's got some sweet heat. You got Cattleman's Gold in there. And it's excellent. It's wonderful, right? And it's a wing sauce. But it's very robust without being,
I've got it.
Hit me.
I've got it. During the Apollo 13 mission, right? Apollo 13.
Okay.
When Houston we have a problem.
Yeah.
NASA was confused. And this is causing confusion.
So wait a minute. Hold on, Gregory. This is a psychological play.
Yes.
Dude,
we are playing checkers and they are playing chess.
Oh my gosh. You're brilliant. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well done, you clever minxes.
We're sitting here trying to figure this out, and we've been bamboozled.
We've been schmeckeldorfed. Oh my gosh. I don't even know what that word means, but I feel it.
I do think you're going to have to report back. You live near here.
I will come. Listen, I am going to try. And honestly, we might do that whenever, have a Hendersonville update whenever we do the Moors.
I just want to know next time you go. I don't care which episode it's attached to. I just want to know. And I think they do too. We're leaving these guys on a cliffhanger.
We are. And you know what?
Season 1 is over. Just kidding.
No, season 1's not over. I think, honestly, if we can get Miss Andre, Mayor Bill Purcell, Nick Jr. of the Bishop family, or Chef Moore, I think any of those 4 individuals, I would be happy with interviewing them.
What about Pablo?
Oh, Pablo too. But do you want to tell everybody that update, by the way? Because ever since the Nashville 5 news story came out, we've been approached by several different chefs.
No, I have a relationship with Pablo from Subculture, and so he has begrudgingly agreed to come on the podcast. And there's a few other surprises with that too, but we'll talk about that at a different time. Pablo's a friend of mine, and so I'm excited to have him on because he makes insanely good chicken. But anyway, Nashville Hot Chicken and Gyro. It is both. Both are equal. They're both good.
Late Bird North.
Late Bird North. Houston, we have a solution.
Oh.
I don't know.
Okay. This is I think the quote here is
the moral of the story is if you really, really are tired of Blue Hole Road.
Okay, no.
There's another midnight spot that's not off that street.
The city by the lake is Hendersonville, Tennessee. But I will tell you this much, honestly, maybe that's not the right. It's still kind of tingling. Not even gonna lie.
It's tingling. That's the thing. It's hotter than what we got. So I don't think I legitimately think. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Please.
I think this is the hottest level. I think we have people that, in some regards, don't know what they're doing. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Like a hot chicken. If David Moore was to go in there and see what they're doing, he'd be like, "You guys don't have a clue what they're doing." Now, that doesn't mean what they're doing is not good.
Sure.
But the Worcestershire sauce, or whatever, like all these things, not traditional. They're trying to figure out. They're trying to make hot chicken. They don't necessarily have a culture in it. It's not a family recipe. They're trying to do it, and this is what they've come up with, and that's what it is. And That means it's not traditional. That means it's a little bit out there. Some people might like it. Other people won't like it. We did like it. For the hottest level, no, not that hot, but
it was good flavor. I mean, honestly, very buffalo-y, but like good flavor.
Would you get that on the fries?
No, I would not get that on the
because the
fries.
flavor changes.
Correct.
You want the old, yeah.
I want the Nashville Hot flavor. And to be honest with you, I like the small change to the Nashville Hot flavor of the adding the woozy, adding the Hoosier Sister. I think that
And
sauce,
that Blue Hole Road juice.
I think we cannot name it that. I think if we end up going through the heat scale, I mean, this has to go. I would put this right above hot stuff.
Hot stuff was nothing.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, I would say BJ.
Yeah, I would put it above.
I
hot
would
stuff.
say, but the next one for heat was the next. So we have obviously Foul Play had to sign the waiver. Very close behind that is Chef Chris Lilly at Lily's, then Prince's, then Bolton's, then BJ Hot Chicken in Hendersonville, and then Hot Stuff. I personally, dude, I think
put it in that gap. Yeah.
Yeah, between BJ Hot Chicken and Hot Stuff. Yeah, absolutely. And that is the hottest. So, I'm gonna be honest with you. This was good. It was flavorful. I personally, those fries, I would go back for those fries. I think the sleeper, though, honestly, is the second menu.
Well, it's not a second menu if it's in the name.
But this is what I'm saying, though, is the flavor of what you have. Like, honestly, that gyro meat, that lamb and the gyro beef and everything, like, the flavor of it is outstanding. The chicken, it was outstanding. Like, the tabbouleh was outstanding.
What'd you call me?
Okay, you know what? Here we go. But I think this was a great opportunity. I think the Late Bird North is great.
Late Bird North.
I think the opportunity for the hottest not really being burn your shorts hot, you know what I mean? I think this is a great opportunity for a new twist on an old classic.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Nope. That's it.
You think you're agreeing, or?
I agree.
All right. Well, in that case, I think we have nothing else to do but wrap up. If I did not mention it in the ad break, please go check out the book Hot Chicken, the original history that is through Vanderbilt University Press. If I did not mention it, thank you, Rachel, for writing that book, and hopefully I will be able to do a little bit of an analysis and read through it and everything of the sort. But in all that being said, friends, folks, fellow poultry fanatics, be safe, keep it spicy, and as always,
Just wing it.
Say you feel it too. And be the lust, gluttony. Pretty babe, we're far from free. The 7 deadly sins of loving you. Wrath, greed, sloth, and pride. Don't hang me for a ride. Please, babe, say you feel it too. And be the lust, gluttony. Pretty babe, we're far from free. The 7 deadly sins of loving you. Ha ha.